The Washington Bus is a culture shift organization, changing the face of politics.
It's basically a very fancy way to say we do politics in a different way.
We're changing the way young people see and participate in politics. We're not just turning out young voters, we're turning out young leaders.
We're activating our generation through education, civic participation, and hands-on democracy. And we work to put young people most excluded from the political process at its epicenter.
We're a movement of young people, by young people, for all people.
To explain the how of our work, we have 3 Ps. The first is people. We invest in leadership development. We invest in communities of color, LGBTQ communities, and low-income communities. And we develop them to become leaders in their own communities and advocate for their issues. We practice economic justice by making sure all of our interns and fellows are paid so that everybody can participate in civic engagement at the Washington Bus.
We also believe in participation. This means meeting people where they are, meeting young people on their doorsteps, at community events, at music festivals, on college campuses. It means meeting them peer-to-peer, face-to-face, and making sure that all people have access to our process and that all people have the ability to participate in our democracy.
The third P is policy. All the work we do is not just for its own sake, but so that we can pass better laws, better legislation, advance equity, advance justice, and put young people's voices into the front of how our society functions. And the secret fourth P, of course, is party.
The bus is life-changing.
Innovative.
Relentlessly positive.
Positively relentless.
Authentic.
Inspiring.
Inclusive.
Amazing.
The bus is #1.
The bus is everything.
You know, if it wasn't for the bus right now, I would never have been involved in like amazing campaigns like increasing the living wage for workers in SeaTac, which, you know, that was the first city to do it, and now we're seeing it happen across the country.
And the bus taught me that I can be my authentic self in politics. I don't have to sacrifice my values or my identities to be involved in the process.
There's so many people I met through the bus that I'm so glad to have in my life.
For me, the bus has never been about just winning elections. It's been about something that I believe in more than anything else, which is the strength of individual people and individual growth to actually transform entire communities and entire regions. It was the bus where I personally found my voice in politics. It's a place that I've been able to put energy into and gotten so much out of as a person growing, as a professional, and to be able to see actual tangible change happen as a result of young people.
I think the bus is really the best way, the most creative way, one of the most original ways, one of the most authentic ways for young people to really have their voice heard. I mean, there's not a lot of political organizations that have candidate forums that are circus themed, that really put young people at the forefront of grassroots efforts.
The Washington Bus has given me an opportunity to learn about politics in a way that isn't mainstream or what you call the norm, right? So in that way, the bus has created an avenue for me to express who I am without having to feel like, oh, but I'm not an old white person. How could I fit in this system that exists? And that is why the bus is amazing.